Hey friends, how are you? Happy day to you. It is nightfall here and it's beautiful. So I was thinking through just this week that I actually did something that's so exciting that not very many people do, that I have never done, I think, in my entire life. And I actually did what I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year. But it didn't hit me until this past week. And I thought, well, we got to talk about that. Plus, what my plans are for 2026. How many of you have made New Year's resolutions? How many of you have seen them come and go without doing anything? Or maybe we become overzealous. I think one year I thought I was going to read 50 million books. No, I did read a lot of books, but not 50 million. That's too much. So I've got my coffee if you want to sit and chat and just listen to all the things. Thanks so much to Quint for sponsoring today's video. Guys, I absolutely adore Quint's styles. There are some beautiful items that I have been wearing that I know you've seen me wear that I just have to share with you. So you can get all kinds of things from Quint. It's going to be high-end quality cashmeres and leathers and silks, whether it be in your home goods, whether it be in your clothing. I went the clothing route for this one, and this is one of my faves. It is a beautiful cashmere sweater. Love the color, love the feel. I was walking around in Costco. Was I cold? No, I was not. Just had on my cashmere sweater looking fine and fancy, and I do declare it was lovely. I have also been enjoying my puffer jacket. Check this out. Come on now. She's looking good. Here's the great thing about Quints too. These are high-end quality pieces, but you do not have to pay out the wazoo. So you're about 50% less than you would find other places because they're cutting out the middleman. They're going straight to the source and gathering up just quality, beautiful pieces from ethical factories as well. That right there is amazing. So I'm loving all of this. Yes, yes, and amen. I've been wearing these pieces to church. I've been wearing them to the Costco and the Sam's Club and the Aldi. You know, you've been seeing it. Did you see what I wore for Thanksgiving? Let me show you. Thanksgiving had me wearing this little cashmere number, and this is a thinner piece than this one. Just absolutely is gorgeous. I love the cranberry color. I thought it was perfect for Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. I was singing the other week at church and I wore my blue silk button up and it feels like butter. It's delicious. And I can get a little warm on stage and I didn't feel any which way. I just felt good, cool, calm, and collected. It was amazing. Last thing I had to show you was their wool jacket. I was needing a jacket and this one is so fantastic. So here it is in all of its glory. I love the color, and what I do love is it's a little bit longer. You can get shorter ones too. That's totally fine. It feels good. It's just delicious. Did I tell you that? The quality is incredible with Quints, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's high-end quality, high-end luxury, but not the high-end price. You get great, beautiful pieces for a great value. I love it. I love it. Thank you to Quints for sponsoring this video. Elevate your wardrobe essentials with Quints. Check out the link in the description box for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. I think you're gonna really love these pieces, and I know they're going to be having some amazing deals coming up, so you'll have to check those out. So first of all, my word for 2025 was and is consistency. And I don't know that when I came into that word, I think I posted a video about it in October of last year. And I said, is it too early to start talking about New Year's resolutions? Not so much New Year's resolutions, but New Year's goals. I really wanted to be consistent. I had been just at the beginning of a health journey, and I was exercising, I was trying to eat well, I was trying to make really good decisions with my body. And I thought, consistency is the one word that I've heard over and over again from all the little reels I've watched and the shorts I've watched, that if you'll just keep showing up, that's when progress happens. Because we can have really great ideas, we can start super strong, and then we actually don't keep that going. I think a lot of times we're looking for motivation, and motivation doesn't keep you going. We are looking for these really big highs for all the days, and that's just not reality. It's really the nitty-gritty when you don't feel like it and you're tired and you're just kind of like meh, meh. So consistency was my word. I was going to keep showing up. And I did, you guys. And it doesn't mean that it was perfect. It doesn't mean that every day was bliss, but it was that, listen, I'm going to get up and I'm going to work out. And then maybe you know, I miss a couple days. That's okay. We're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say it's over. We just hop right back onto it. And I was consistently working out, showing up like most days of the week, other than the weekends, to lift weights. And then I really felt like the one thing that was helping my mental health the most, but I didn't realize it, was running. And I was feeling like I need to run. I'm like a dog. I think I told you this. You know how dogs got to get out their energy? So you take them to the dog park, you take them for a walk, for a run, whatever, and they just go crazy. No. And then, you know, they get all of their excitement out. They come home, they lay on the ground, and they're just like, that's what my brain needed. And I didn't know it. So I was running. And this part's really important for consistency. So I have a street out of my little neighborhood where it's about a mile-ish. It takes me about 10 minutes to run to the end of it and run back home. And when I first started running, I could not run all the way to the stop sign and back without stopping. I had to walk, which there's really no shame in that. Walking is great for you, and stopping and starting, who cares? You got it done, right? But I had a goal that when I could make it to the stop sign and back home without stopping, then I would add little bits here and there, you know, a little cul-de-sac over here, a little neighborhood over there. And then I would increase my mileage. And I don't think I had any sort of goal in mind. I just knew I had to run. It was like my body was craving it, and I still wanted to lift weights too because I had to get those strong muscles, but something about running was so important. And I was low with my lung capacity was not great. It's like my legs could take me, but my breathing could not. So anyway, I got my running to where I could go to that stop sign and come on home without stopping. And I thought, well, hot dog. And then I added a little bit more, and I just kept at it. Well, here's how cool consistency is. So back in October, I had made it to 3 miles all by myself. And if you know anything about anything, your brain often wins out. When your body really can keep going, your brain tells you, you can't do it. Don't do it. Just stop. Just sit down. Just take a break. And my brain, I remember on that 3 mile run, when I did the entire 3 miles without stopping, my brain was like, this is dumb. Go home. What are you doing? And then I'd have some time where I wouldn't even be thinking about running. And then I'd realize that I wasn't thinking about running. And I just got so happy. I thought, oh my word, I love this. But I knew that to keep going and stay consistent, I needed some accountability. So I messaged an old friend, and I knew that she had been part of a running group. So I just asked her, do you know how I even get part of a running group? Because I have no idea. And she said, well, here's some ways that you can do it, but you can just join our running group. And I thought, oh, you guys have all been running for so long and you're so good. There's no way. She said, we'll stop and drop you off when you reach, you know, your max, and then we'll keep going. It'll be no big deal. It'll be great. So I did it. And I haven't stopped, you guys. The only day I didn't run with the group was on a Wednesday. We go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday. If they do Sunday, I don't go with them Sunday, but I do Saturday. And it was the day before Thanksgiving. And I thought, well, I want to run. I was going to do like a little, we call it the cold duck run. On Thanksgiving, I was going to do that with a couple of the ladies. And so I thought, well, I won't run Wednesday. And did I go weightlift? Maybe I did. I don't know. So that's the only time since, actually, was this right at the end of September? Maybe the end of September. Let me tell you what consistency does. You keep showing up. There were some days I thought I was going to die. I said, wow, you ladies are running really fast. I started at an 11.5-minute mile, okay, when I was by myself. Right now, my fastest pace has been a 9-minute, 33-second mile. That's in 2 months that I have shaved it down little by little by little. And it was so exciting to see the change in my body, not physically so much as, well, I guess it is physically, like my lung capacity. The kids and I and Marcus all went sledding the other day. It was extremely slippery because it kind of iced over, and then some new snow came. Okay, going up this mountainous of a hill was quite the trek. Guess what? My lungs never once had anything to say about it. They were like, go, go. My legs were strong. I've ran several times now up these hills. The first time, let me tell you what happened. The first time I ran up this hill, my arm went numb because I was kind of like not taking in enough air, and my arm just said, we give up, like we're done. And I got to the top of one of the hills and I walked for a good minute just to catch my breath. I was so out of breath and I was in, numb arm. And I thought, I still have to get back to my car. And I don't like this. And the last time I ran up those babies like nobody's business, and I got it done. And now I'm about to run a 10-mile, it's called Frostbite. And it's all those hills that I've been consistently showing up for, putting the time in, putting the effort in. And it's not been easy, but it's been so worth it and has had just an immense impact on my brain, on my body. It's so cool. So anyway, they said, oh, you should do Frostbite. It's just 10 miles. I didn't realize it was the hills where my arm went numb. I didn't know what it was, but now I know. And I thought, what did I get myself into? So anyway, these ladies, knowing that they're going to show up every week and every day of the week that we're all going to run together has helped me stay consistent. So what's been so interesting that I really just realized last week is that the more consistent you are with one thing, it becomes this traveling disease, for lack of a better word, where it starts to infect other parts of your life. And now you become stronger and stronger, and you start to get more consistent in this other area. And then you're like, oh, what about this area? Oh, we're gonna get consistent over here. It's almost like a workout for your mental brain, your mental ability to say, I can do it. I can be consistent. And it has zero to do with motivation. Motivation is oftentimes what gets you started, but it's not what keeps you consistent, and it's not what helps you end strong. Motivation, okay, here's what I thought. When I got into this group, I didn't say a word, right? I was like, I'm not gonna say that I'm dying over here. No, but little by little, nobody's complaining, but they just say like, ooh, I did not want to run today. This was my friend who I just never thought she thought that ever. Like, I didn't know that thought ever crossed her mind. And I'll always ask the girls, I don't know if it's just because I'm new to this and you all have been running for the last 20 years, but like the first 3 miles can be absolute mental torture to myself of going, I shouldn't do this. I should stop. This is dumb. I think I might stop. Maybe I could just walk home. It's no big deal. And then I'll hit my stride and it's good. And she goes, and all these ladies were like, no, we feel that too sometimes. But the more that I've done it, I have that mental struggle less and less and less. Actually, I don't recall the last time I it was one of the days we were doing hills most recently. And I was running with some of the ladies that run just a bit on the faster side, and they were so kind to like slow down for me. But there were a few times I thought, this is hard. This is really hard. But I think what it's taught me is that I can do hard things. And hard isn't bad always. Sometimes hard is just hard, and hard is bad, and you got to know the difference. But sometimes hard is just hard, and it's good, and it's okay. So consistently showing up in that regard. And then another area that I feel like I've been growing in consistency is like for work, my filming schedule. I always get things out on time and get them when they need to be done. But sometimes the filming of it was like, oh, should I do it today or should I do it tomorrow? And that battle was going on in my mind. And I just set the schedule, and Marcus kind of helped me walk through that. And I just said, okay, this is the day we're doing this. And this is the day I do taste testing. And stop trying to do everything on the same day. Megan, stop it. And I went, oh, okay. And now somebody just asked me yesterday, do you have your schedule down pretty good? Or is it what? I said, yeah, I know exactly what's coming. And so I don't have to stress about it, worry about it. I just consistently show up and I do what I got to do. And it gets done. It's amazing. When I started reading books, I remember for many years, I couldn't read because I would get so tired within, it could be paragraphs. When I lay in my bed, you can ask Marcus, I know we've talked about this before, but seriously, if I lay down within just like 2 minutes, I'm out. My eyes are closed, I'm in a different world. Marcus says, I've never seen somebody fall asleep the way that you do. And I said, listen, when I'm tired, at the end of the day, I am tired and I want to go to bed. And I wake up at the crack of dawn and I'm ready to go. But when it's bedtime, it's bedtime. So my brain associates this bed with sleeping. It doesn't associate it with reading. So it took a really long time to train my brain to stay awake longer, and just consistently taking the time to read and rereading the same page like 17 times. And now I'm a reader, you guys. Like, I read a lot of books and I listen to audiobooks, and I am so happy. That was something I wanted so bad in my life, is to be able to read and enjoy it and just be a reader. And I'm a reader and I'm a runner now. And I think it's just the cat's meow. It makes me so happy. So there's those little points where you go, man, this is hard, or it's not working out the way that you want it to. But then you push on through and you keep on keeping on, whether you feel it or not. And you just show up and you act like this is just what we do. Like, I never feel motivated. Well, not never, because I love brushing my teeth. But listen, I don't have to worry about being motivated to brush my teeth. It's just part of my life. In the morning, I brush my teeth right when I wake up. After I eat. Before I go to bed. I don't think about it. I never have to have that conversation with myself. Should I do it? No, I'm going to do it. But it's not motivation. It's just part of my life. I was consistent with it for the last 40 years of my life. It's never been a question, you know? So if those things can happen, I think I even heard that somewhere. They go, think about the things you do every day. You don't think about it. You're not motivated to do it. You just do it. And I went, look at that. We're more consistent than we realize. So I love it. And I feel like I've recognized the impact of that consistency the most at the end of this year. Like I told you, just in this last week, I've realized the last 360 something days, that cumulative effort and that cumulative consistency, I see the payoff. We just started something new in our house where we are doing no games for the kids, like electronic game stuff for the kids during the week. And that's been something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and it felt hard. And it felt like, oh man, they love it so much, and I don't want to deal with the crankies of not doing it. And we just finally did it. This has been so incredible. And consistently just being ready to, like, okay, we've got other things to do. And just consistently like stick to the schedule. And we have a schedule, and games are not on that schedule. They're on the weekend, and we allow that for a couple of hours, and that's fine. And then if they want to watch a little chill show in the evening after dinner, that's great. But we're consistently taking time to do our home tidies. We consistently take time to do our school during the day. And Marcus has been so great at keeping that going as I film, and then I come home and I'm jumping in doing things. So I just find that the cumulative of it all, the consistency leads to consistency, which leads to a lot of peace and a lot of rest and a lot of success that maybe doesn't feel like success until one day you realize, oh my word, this is what I wanted 12 months ago. This is what I was hoping 12 months ago and more that I would have in my life. And now I have it. And now that muscle has grown strong. And so we can do other things. I love it. So for 2026, the word for me is present. Okay, I've got a great schedule, and those can always be changing and whatever, because life happens. But for the most part, we have a really great schedule, and we've got the things in my life that I love the consistency of. But now I have realized through it all that I have got to be present for my family, for everything, really. So present. Yes. I love it. I feel like I'm ready. Sometimes I think we say, oh, we want to be so present, but we're not really ready. And it's taken a long time to get to that place of understanding what that's going to look like, or what I think it's going to look like. You know, you don't really know, but I knew, for one, if the kids were going to play no games during the week, there was going to be more free time for them to just be kids and just be running around and doing all of that, because we have our school stuff, we've got our different schedules, but there's this open time that used to be filled up with games that's no longer there. So I've got to be present to be a part of that world, and not just expect that everybody's just going to figure it all out. And I've got littles and I've got olders, and I don't want to pass by this time in any of my kids' lives or in my own life and not get to enjoy enjoy the beauty of it. And I've had a lot of like just going through my own frustrations and struggles to get my life in order in this area. So I have deleted most work things off my phone, and I literally have to reload them onto my phone during the day so that I can do the work I've got to do, and then I take them back off. And then the next day I have to put it back on, because our brains love that instant dopamine, right? We want dopamine, dopamine, dopamine all the time. So we get dopamine dumps by scrolling, checking our email, you know, that little bell, ding, you have a message, by checking the messages, by checking my different work apps that I need to check. And it was stealing from me so much. And that, I think I got to the point where I was like, that makes me angry. That makes me so angry, because I actually have power over that. I'm the boss of that. And I have been acting like it's the boss of me. And when I kind of had this moment, I was like, be the boss. There was a show I was in, it's all music, it's called Smokey Joe's Cafe. And there's this part where she goes, be the boss. And so I've said that for years, but like, I'm the boss and I get to decide that this is not going to take over my life. And I need to be completely present. And we have had so much fun this week. We went sledding for well over an hour in icy, snowy hill. And it was so much fun. And the kids kept saying how much fun it was. And one of my kids that was really resistant to the whole game thing, like now we're 4 days into it. Yeah, 4 days into it. And nobody's thinking about it. Everybody, they're playing with each other like they haven't played in a long time. I feel like I'm connecting like we used to before we kind of let this all sort of get kooky. And it even changes my thinking about, oh, I got to film. No, I don't have to film nothing. I'm just here. And that's beautiful. And then we had kids over yesterday and we were making gingerbread houses. And I'm telling you what, the frustration level was top notch, and yet it was happy and fun. They could not get those houses to stand for nothing. I got the Oreo ones where you do have to use the frosting to make it stick together, the sides, and it wasn't doing that. But they turned it around and they got happy, and then they started playing games, and we were playing charades, and we were playing the bed game, which if you've never played the bed game, here's what you do. If you're playing with children, you put them to bed, right? All in the same room, and then you go downstairs and you hide. And then when they sneak out, you come after them and you say, hey, I'll get back into bed. And then you chase them up the stairs or down the hall or whatever it is. And then they all get into their beds. Hopefully you didn't catch them, because if you catch them, then our new game is that you leave them where you catch them and you try to hide them. And then the other kids have to try to find them and bring them back to bed. Does that make sense? It's so fun. And they love that. And I've just noticed kinder words and just a softness to everybody, kind of softer toward each other. And I went, this is so my heart. I went to the library today and I look over and one of the kids is just sitting there reading out loud to themselves. My heart, I love it so much. And we're talking through things. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I think we're all being more present. And I want this year, I want to look back on this year, not to have grand memories. Those are great. But just to say, like, we were there for this year and we were present and we enjoyed the small things and we found ways to just be a part of it all. And I'm already, the whole phone thing where I took off the apps and then I put them back on, I've been doing that now for about 2 weeks and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's interesting how you get in a habit of checking your phone a lot. I don't know if any of you are like that, because I work on my phone, plus my life is on my phone. You know, you could check it a million times a day, it feels like. And now I'm always going, I don't even know where my phone is. And even the kids are saying that. You just never know where your phone is. And I'm like, I know, isn't that great? And there's been a time or two where it's come to bite me in the butt where I'm like, oh no, quick, I've got to put the app back on my phone because I had to do something that was extremely time sensitive. And that's okay. I'll take one time of crazy over a lifetime of crazy. But that's my thing for this year. That's my word, present. I want to be present. I feel like being present makes me a better, more patient person. And I need that. My kids need that. We all need that, right? And it helps me to think through things. It gives me better perspective on life and going, what's most important. And I love that. And it's just, yes, I am looking forward to 2026 and that being the word. And I've got to work at it, and I'm going to have to be consistent with it. So consistency is going to keep on keeping on. Present is going to be the next, and I'm excited about it. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. What word do you have? Anything come to mind that you want to focus on for 2026? I know some people they're just so not into resolutions or whatever. That's okay. Just a focus. I like these bigger focuses. It's been good. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below what your word is, if you have one, or what you're thinking for 2026, what your hopes are. And you guys have an amazing day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope that you're doing well, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.